Good morning, everyone, from here in Pattaya on a kind of very wet start to the day out here. We've had a few storms this morning. This video is all about my blood transfusion, and first I'd like to thank everybody that's been asking how it all went and how I'm feeling now. I'm very touched to have so many people getting in touch. Thank you very, very much. So let's talk about the blood transfusion, which was last Friday. It was supposed to be last Friday, so that gives you a clue. Myself and Em, we went off down to the hospital. We were down there about 7:30 in the morning to get ready for the transfusion itself, and we registered into the hospital and we made our way up to where they give the transfusions. Spoke to the nurse there. Yeah, fine, all ready. And she went away, and then she came back with a bombshell. She said, "Look, there is no blood. We've got no blood for you today." My heart did drop a bit, I must admit, just a bit. But anyway, we got talking with the nurse, and what they've done is they've rescheduled the appointment in for 2 weeks' time. And it's a problem because the blood group I have, let me just explain to you, for those that don't know, but my blood group is O rhesus negative. And this is a blood, it's like a multi-oil for a car, one of these oils that you can you can put in any car and it's going to perform well. Well, O rhesus negative blood's the same, and over the years I've given blood to many people who've been involved in accidents or had to have an urgent operation and there's no blood available for them, because O rhesus negative you can give to anybody. It's one of these universal bloods, and it's very, very popular amongst hospitals and doctors, etc. Apparently, it's not so common here in Asia, and particularly in Thailand. And the majority of people who do have it are probably expats that have settled here, and maybe some Thais that have been involved, have relationships with Farangs in the past, and children produced, etc., that have this type of blood. So what actually happened, and where has it all gone wrong? Well, it hasn't gone wrong, actually. It's probably gone very, very right for some people, and I'm very pleased about that, because apparently, as I found out, and as some of you good people have told me, that there's a Red Cross blood bank here in Thailand, and they collect the blood and they send it out as needed to the various hospitals, etc. So when I was severely ill 3 weeks ago, and it was established that I did need a blood transfusion relatively quickly, the hospital contacted several donors. They told me they'd contacted 5 donors, although they intended to give me 3 units of blood, which is absolutely super. And they said it would take about 2 weeks for them to collect the blood, and then it would be available when they made the appointment, etc. But as the nurse was telling us as we were waiting, at the hospital, you know, if the Red Cross get the blood in and they put it into their blood bank, yeah, it's earmarked for me, it's been requested for me. But if somebody has a major accident or requires an operation urgently and they need blood, if it's a life and death situation, they will send it out to them. Nobody can complain about that. That's an absolute fact. It would be expected, and it's good that it goes to save lives. But the problem is, it's left me without without the blood that I need. And but it's not as bad as one might think, because I'm feeling a lot better than I did on that critical day just 3 weeks or so ago, when apparently I was in imminent risk of dropping and dying, and which I didn't realize. But I'm certainly much better off than that now, because I've been taking all the medicines. Thankfully for my wife, I'm keeping me on the straight and narrow and making sure I do take all my medicines and take all the necessary food, etc., to support them between doses. So I do feel a lot better than I did then. So I'm not so worried. I'm even walking a bit better, and I'm keeping a bit better. So if they've scheduled an appointment for me in 2 weeks, I hope the blood will turn up. But I have heard of people here. There was a South African guy and his daughter involved in an accident, and they had the same blood group as me, and it took them quite a few weeks to get enough blood together. They got the daughter sorted first, and then a few weeks later they got sufficient blood for the father to be fixed. So it will happen, I think. Several people have asked me about, is there a way they can donate blood? Well, the hospital did say to me on that visit the other day that people, if they wanted to donate blood to me, they could do it by going into the hospital and giving them my name and donating a unit of blood, etc. And it would get to me 3 days after they donated it, and when they'd finished all the tests, and they would call me in, and even if it was a unit at a time, they would call me in and give me the transfusion. But I don't like to ask people to do that, really. It's but I'd be very appreciative if anybody did. It would certainly help me a lot, I think, and put my mind a bit more at ease. So the hospital here in Pattaya is the Banglamung government hospital down in Banglamung here, North Pattaya. And it would be a case of going to the reception, say you'd come to donate blood, and then giving them, when you go to the place where they take the blood, giving them my name, etc., and they would know what it was for. But it's a lot to ask from people, and I don't really like asking about it. So if anybody does feel that way inclined, it would certainly be very much appreciated. But I'm sure in due course that then hopefully the hospital will come up with the blood that, with the blood that I need, and it will work itself out. In the meantime, I'll just keep taking the pills, as they say, and keep going. It's as I say, I feel quite positive, actually, because I'm feeling a lot better than I felt in many, many months, actually. And Em says I'm moving around better, and I know I am. I can, previously, in the morning when I got up, I would go and have a shower. And when I came out the shower, just a few steps between the shower back into the bedroom, I would have to lie down for 5 minutes just to regain energy from that small exertion of having a shower. And taking a few steps, a dozen steps or so, and I'd be looking for somewhere to sit down and recover from those sort of energy, from those sort of exertions. Well, that's no longer the case, and I can actually feel a little bit stronger going around and walking. So things are on the up that way, and I'm sure that if once I get the blood transfusions, hopefully, then it will be a big change in life for me. Anyway, that's it. That's the report on what happened for the blood transfusion. And once again, thanks for watching, and I'll keep you updated on what's happening. I think it's about 10 days, another 10 days or so before I've got to go back to the hospital again to try again. But in the meantime, I could get a phone call, I suppose, but I doubt it very much. From the attitude I was hearing from the blood centre in the hospital when we went there, very, very rare, and this blood's not so easy to come by. Anyway, once again, as I say, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll keep you informed. Bye for now.